Why can't the Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys? Well, it's not the hole in the roof or the artificial surface. It's because the Cowboys have some extraordinary talent like Emmitt Smith. Let's take a look at one of his runs off left tackle. 2-A, Jones right here, point of attack. Watch Jones against 2-A, bang! He stuffs him back in the backfield. Cannot do it any better than that. Let's move down the line of scrimmage. Okay, this time, let's take a look at John Yurkovich against Kennard, their center. Yurko, underneath him, totally controlled that 370-pound tub of whatever. Another good job. Let's move outside now. Wayne Simmons. He's going to take on probably the best blocking fullback in the league, Darrell Johnston. Here comes Johnston, and watch this. Wayne Simmons rocks his world. We're in terrific shape. No way Emmitt Smith should be able to get around this pile of defeated blockers. But somehow, some way, Emmitt Smith does get around that pile of blockers. But because everybody's done such a good job of defeating their blocker, all Doug Evans needs to do is make an open field tackle right here. So here comes Doug. There goes Emmitt Smith. You say, Doug Evans missed tackle? Well, let's roll that back and see how hard that tackle was to make. Watch Emmitt right here. He's going to take a little move inside, then hop up a little bit to the outside, then back to the inside. A triple move in a nanosecond, and that's how Emmitt Smith turns nothing into 6 yards. There's no question the Packers are closing the gap on the Dallas Cowboys. But to close it all the way is going to be tough as long as they have Aikman, Irvin, and extended headache number 22.
Thank you. You know, one of the things the Cowboys, I was down there most of last week, John, one of the matchups they were really concerned about was you versus their center, Kennard, and they just didn't think he'd handle you. And during the parts of the game you were in, he did not.
Yeah. Well, one-on-one, usually we don't get that type of one-on-one blocking against Dallas centers. They like to do a lot of angle blocks, a lot of back blocks, and they like to sustain their double teams all the way to the linebackers. It was kind of shocking to see them actually come out. They haven't shown it all year and do one-on-one blocking with the center. I think we're trying to prepare for our 33 game. It's just he's not the same player he was when he was 315, so it was just a little bit different.
The play we just saw, John. Number one, how do you like this pass coverage thing? Number two, was that a fumble?
One, I like it. Two, it probably was a fumble, but you know, what can you do? That's one of those calls again. It was early in the game, so it was unfortunate.
One thing I noticed, John, when you drop back into coverage, they do not throw to your area.
Well, I noticed when...
You have intimidated Troy Aikman, Steve Young, the best of them.
They deliberately throw away from me nowadays. Well, actually, when we dropped yesterday, Novacek was open a couple times, but it just seemed like they weren't going to go to him, and they started to go to their perimeter guys, but then they started hitting Novacek late.
Right there, John, you defeat one of the best guards in the game. I think Nate Newton's a load, and it's really a game of leverage to a large extent, isn't it?
That's what it is. It's a game of leverage. It's a game of being healthy. It's a game of having everything going for you, you know, during a football game. I think what the difference between, and Blair Bush, who's a great setter that played here and in Cincinnati, once told me, he says, playing football is the easy part. Playing football with injuries, that's what separates the men from the boys. And Nate Newton, at this time of the year, everybody's hurting. So even Nate Newton's hurting, Derek Kennard, we're all hurting out there. But playing football with injuries, that's what separates the men from the boys.
All right, time for a short break. When we come back, it is time, you know when, to select a Packer play and player of the week.
Larry McCarren's Locker Room is sponsored in part by your local Packerland Ford dealers, by Beechwood Age Budweiser, the king of beers. This Bud's for you. And by the Oneida Experience.
For all the different cars in the world, there's really only one tire store, Pops Tire. Because we carry a full line of Kelly tires, like the Navigator, our best-selling all-season radial. What's more, the service at Pops is fast and friendly. And that's not about to change. Pops Tire. We know you should know Pops.
It's big, it's white, and it's only here for a limited time.
Mr. Reggie White said.
That's right. Reggie White told Ford Credit he wanted a sale, and everything Reggie wants on sale is on sale.
Sell them all.
Now get 4.8% financing for 48 months on 10 of Ford's bestsellers, including the all-new Ford Taurus. 4.8 for 48 months can save thousands. But hurry, this is no ordinary sale.
It's the Reggie White sale at your Packard Ford dealer.
This is my hometown, and when I was growing up here in Northeast Wisconsin, I was always involved in the community. Now community involvement is even more important to me as a member of the Eyewitness News team. It keeps me in touch with what's happening. Viewers tell me they like the fact that they can get their news from someone who knows the area. The things that matter to you matter to me, because this is my home too, and working for you is important to me.
Tammy Elliott on Eyewitness News at noon and 5.